Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. And with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with the overall price. So like I said, it seems as though QNT really wants to hold on to that $100 range, and so far it has. In my last video, I did talk a little bit about how it was most likely going to have a retest of the $100 range. Basically came down to almost exactly $100 and missed it by a few cents, but nonetheless, as we do look at QNT today, like I said, this is such a huge opportunity that we have in front of us. Like, $100 today might look expensive for QNT, but when you actually look at what's happening around crypto, around blockchain, DLT, you look at what the IMF is saying, the BIS, these institutions, these big banks, like $100 is cheap. I hate to be that guy to tell you that, but $100 is cheap. If I told you right now, right, that you could buy Bitcoin for $100, one whole Bitcoin for $100, would you? Because, I look at this space and I look at assets like Bitcoin, and what they have done for this space and, what they have accomplished as well. And I just look at assets like QNT, and we know that QNT is an absolute champion around utility, around the future of crypto. It's essentially the bridge for the traditional world. And just like, people are overlooking the actual value behind Quant. But nonetheless, let's dive into a few things. Let's actually talk about the value behind Quant, and let's talk about why I am so bullish on QNT and why I do think that this could very well be our modern age Bitcoin. So first and foremost, let's look at who they just recently appointed as their head of divisional sales. So here we have the announcement from Quant. We are expanding our team as we reaffirm our commitment to our clients and invest in further business growth. So this is their latest appointment, and this just happened on the 8th. We have recruited an experienced financial services sales specialist as we look to serve more banks, asset managers, and other financial institutions with our enterprise-grade technology. Now, I'm going to butcher her name, so I'm not going to do it out of respect for her, but she was responsible for designing and executing the firm's overarching business development strategy and building out the sales function. She has 15 years of experience in financial services, managing full profit and loss, setting up new businesses and managing programs across a range of international banks and financial enterprises. Now, I went over to Twitter and I talked about her resume. I mean, like, when you look at this resume, a few words come to mind. But I said, let's look. She has worked at Google, Citibank, Accenture, Santander, and Finastra. Wow. Now let me ask you this. Why do you think she chose to work at Quant? High-value individuals can realize high-value opportunities. She understands what is happening behind the world of finance. She has been around the space for years. When I look at Quant today, I see the value that most are missing. It's the number one reason why I say QNT is our modern day Bitcoin, except it has 33% less supply and 100 times more utility. As we go back over here, we do see that she joins them from global fintech Finastra, where she spent 4 years laterally as senior director for the automation marketplace. She has previously held account management roles in Citibank corporate and retail banking, project manager roles at Santander, and has been a part of Accenture Consulting serving financial services. We do see a comment from Gilbert Verdian. Financial institutions and their corporate customers are racing to harness the power of blockchain. This is what I mean. Like, these people that are coming from the financial space, they see the value behind this technology. They understand that this will be the foundation of tomorrow's financial system. Whether it be to launch their own programmable money, tokenize traditional assets, or even explore other solutions such as carbon credit or real estate tokenization, we provide the infrastructure that facilitates these many use cases, so we are reaffirming our commitment to our clients and further growth of the company. She will be instrumental in this strategy. And, this comes as we started to see more and more developments from Quant. They talk about back in June, they launched their low-code SaaS platform Overledger. This is the technology that has been used to underpin the Bank of England's exploration of central bank digital currencies with, of course, the BIS. Overledger uses patent technology, which allows customers to issue digital money and interoperable assets, write new apps that will run on any network, create secure smart contracts that will execute on any blockchain, and use simple APIs to integrate with existing systems. And of course, she added, I'm excited to be joining Quant. Such an important time for the intersection of blockchain and financial services. Blockchain is the future for business, and having a sophisticated sales and business development strategy is necessary to support Quant's clients and the business's rapid growth. I'm so damn excited. I really am. You know, it's not so much about price, right? Like, I get it. If you're short term, if you're, day trading, whatever you're doing, I don't really care what you guys are doing. You guys can do whatever you want. But I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this market. I'm taking a breath, right? A breath of fresh air, knowing that I know for a fact that this space, we are so damn early in this space. Now, of course, when we go over to my recent tweet, right? I made a tweet about this. Because I was talking about the connections here. I was talking about what's happening with Quant. And this ultimately is my thought process. I said all of this information is hidden to the general public. And I'm talking about all of this information down here. We're going to go over it. I will give you an assignment. Go out and talk to one of your friends or anyone about CBDCs, DOT, interoperability, payment settlement, etc. I guarantee you that they look at you as if you are speaking a different language. This is why I can't say it enough. You are early. By the time the retail sector even realizes what's happening, it will be too late. If you are here today, then you see it and realize it, or at least you should. I know many are here with clouded judgment on what's going on. Many are probably chasing quick gains, but fail to see the beauty in the space right now. As I look at Quant Network, I view the QNT token as extremely valuable. You might have missed Bitcoin, but don't miss QNT. And yes, I'm comparing the two. Why? It's simple. 33% less supply than Bitcoin with far more utility. And it's connecting the traditional world to the new world. Then you look at all the bridges that Quant already has plugged into Overledger, and it opens your eyes even more to the power behind this network of networks. Now, of course, listen, is QNT going to, power the entire network? No. But QNT is integral to the entire platform still. Now, if we do look down here, I said all these tokens, they are all connected. You might be saying, Nick, I don't see HBAR Casper there. Look at Hyperledger Basu and Fabric. Those connections are huge. That's where HBAR Casper, Algo, and the rest get connected from. This truly is the bridge to the traditional world of trillions. And here we have the BIS, Bank of England, conclude DOT settlements pilot. The insights of Project Meridian would be used by the Bank of England in its real-time gross settlement system. This was April of 2023. Fast forward, here's June 16th, 2023. Quant collaborates with the BIS and the Bank of England on Project Rosalind. Over here, we're proud to announce our role as part of the vendor team for Project Rosalind. The project, led by the Bank of International Settlements and the Bank of England, explored how application programming interfaces, APIs, could be used for central bank digital currency systems. Then also over here, we do see Overledger flows, Overledger APIs, Quant Smart tokens, Overledger secure bridges, and multi-chain availability. This is all through, of course, the Overledger platform. And here we have all of those respective networks down there. Again, like as I look at Quant, I see this thing as being extremely valuable. I mean, take a step back and really kind of look at what's happening around crypto, look at what's happening around blockchain technology, DLT, the significant amount of adoption from the space of finance for itself. Like the financial space is getting shaken up by this technology. They are extremely excited to utilize this technology. There's a few obstacles still in place, but once those obstacles are broken, it's game over. And the biggest obstacle to it all is just regulations. We know standards are already in place. We know that the plans are already there. They're doing experiments. They're testing it. What do you think happens next? What do you think happens next? Well, if they go live with it, and this is a huge step into, of course, the digital world. The world around you is changing at a very, very fast pace. If you blink, you'll miss it. That's why you need to make sure that you are aware of what is happening within this space. That is why you need to make sure that you are researching this space. And also, I do want to wrap this video up with this tweet here from Miles Braun. At the Miles Braun over on Twitter, we do see CEO of Quant Network, QNT. I'm buying more after reading this. So check this out. So we do see, we had that discussion with a very large US financial services company last week. I think it's time to realize and acknowledge that traditional financial or FS companies, so financial services companies, are very active in the space right now. They bring regulation, governance, and mass market capabilities with lots of institutional and retail clients. The news in the last couple of weeks with JPM, Fidelity, Digital Asset, Six Digital Exchange, Deutsche Börse is a pivotal moment where digital assets are accepted and embraced. It's only going to get bigger. Then, of course, we do see by coming from the regulator, we love what is happening in regulation. It's something the market needed to help clean up the dishonest and bad actors. Now we're seeing the institutions stepping in and innovating at scale. We've all been hearing what the likes of Fidelity, Six, NASDAQ, etc. are making public. That's just the start. There is so much more activity and progress that we all don't know about, which will be revealed this year. This is our approach. We're bringing everyone together and interconnecting traditional financial infrastructure with the new decentralized finance infrastructure for the first time. Imagine the possibilities of thousands of financial services clients and institutions using decentralized blockchain safely and easily through Overledger. The use cases are huge. We're working on being the financial infrastructure to move digital assets between networks. There's a lot of activity in this space by banks. We're making QNT the way to sign, encrypt, and secure digital assets to move them between banks, making it a universal utility token. Can you imagine QNT moving JPM coin to another bank or Facebook's Libra coin? All of these need interoperability to transfer between parties. We're making that a reality. And again, like, this is why I say QNT is going to be so valuable, right? Like, this is the rails. This is the rails. Like, it's all here. The infrastructure is being laid out. This is why I say, like, you need to be focused heavily on what Quant's doing. Like, people are overlooking this token and this project so heavily because of nonsense. It's an ERC20 token. All right, let's debunk that. It's actually chain agnostic. It can be deployed on any network. What's the next thing? Oh, there's no utility. Well, here you have from the CEO. He's talking about the utility behind it. Like, what's going to be the next thing to shake people out of QNT? What, the $100 price target that it's at? Oh, it's $100. It's way too expensive. Go look at Bitcoin when it was $100. Was Bitcoin too expensive then compared to now? Like, this is what I mean. Like, as we look at the space, we look at the growth around it, we look at what's happening around it, like, utility is fundamental to the space, and it will be a major driver of value as well. And eventually, I think that we'll take a step back, we'll look back at QNT, and we'll just say, how did I miss it? How did I miss QNT? There's people that I talk to where they're saying, like, I can't believe that I didn't know about Bitcoin. I can't believe that I wasn't in Bitcoin early on. Individuals that were in the IT space, the computer space. Like, how could I miss Bitcoin? How didn't I know about Bitcoin? I should have got into Bitcoin. I knew about it. I missed it. I didn't think it was going anywhere. Like, that's the problem around crypto, is there's too many people that doubt it, that don't see the value behind it. You need to understand what is actually happening here. Look at the people that are coming over here from the traditional world. Like, these are individuals that are not coming from, like, you know, just random companies. These are individuals coming from Finastra, Citibank. I mean, come on, Accenture, Santander. These are massive names. So to me, this solidifies where we are headed. And I'm very excited. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. As is up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.